What's going on, guys? No Forgiveness here, and today we're doing a review on the T-34-85 Rudy. It is such a sick tank. I'm so excited to do it for you, especially since we haven't done any videos on the channel for a while. So yeah, stay tuned for the review. Alright, cool. Let's get right into it. We're just going to look at its stats real quick. I would use Armor Inspector, but Armor Inspector is still broken. As in, it's just really difficult to use, and I don't like the layout. So we're just going to use this. So the gun, as you can see, or let's start with the protection. We have hit points, 1,100. For a tier 7, that's pretty it's average. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Hull points. We have, hull armor, Hull armor, we have 75 millimeters in the front, 45 on the sides, and 40 on the rear. And so for tier 7, you can do a little bit of side scraping with that, but then again, it's not amazing. It's a lot better if you can somehow pull off like a front side scrape, which I'll show in a minute. Turret armor, it's pretty good. 90 in the front, so they're not going to pen if they shoot you in the front unless they're in like a freaking Jagdpanzer 100. Sides have 75, and the back, of course, has 52. Sides 75, that's pretty good. It's better than, it's actually the same as the front, so front of the hull. So it has pretty good armor. It's not like a tank destroyer like the AT-15A. It's not like that. It doesn't have ridiculous armor, but it doesn't have terrible armor either, especially for a medium. It's 33 tons, it's got a 600 horsepower engine, and it goes about 54, which is quite fast for a medium, unless you're playing, of course, like a light tank, like the Russian lights, like RU-251. If you're playing that, then it goes like 75, but this is pretty fast for a medium. And yeah, firepower, we have about 150 to 250. I think the average was like 200. For shell damage, which is pretty good at tier 7, especially for a medium that has reload of 11.32 rounds per minute. Basically, at this point, I started blabbing on about some useless stuff, so we're gonna just get straight into the gameplay. Sorry. We're gonna get straight into some gameplay. I think the first game we have is just coming up in a minute here. Oh yeah, I'm replying to Chipotle. Yeah, and sorry we haven't been making any streams recently. It's just been because we've been super busy, but hopefully over the summer we'll be able to do a bunch more. That's the plan, Stan. So let's get into the game. We're on Castilla like a tortilla, and we're gonna go right because that's what you do on this map. Now, as you can see, I'm typing in "I'll go right." This is a little general T2 moment here. What you do if you get on a team where you think they won't know what they're doing, especially if you're a low tier like I am in this game, I believe. I can't tell. Like I am in this game. I think I'm a tier 7, they're tier 8s, I can't tell. If you can, sorry, it blurs it out when I'm recording. When you're in a low tier game, you want to be able to tell your high tiers where to go. So I'm like, I'll go right. So I'm specifying for the Cromwell to go right, and then when the SU-100M1 goes right, I'm like, are you kidding me? I almost got angry. M1 right. And then hopefully he turns around, which is what I want, and he says, yep, he turns around, which makes the KV-13 turn around. And so this is actually a key point, because if they had gone that way, they would have been by themselves, and they would have either died, or they would have just done nothing for the team. And I'll tell you now, they would have done nothing for the team. Anyway, so let's start talking about the Rudy. Like I said, it has really, really good reload time, and a lot of damage per minute. That is the thing about this tank you need to remember, is the damage per minute. So that is the main thing that this tank does. As you can see, I'm here. I'm just on the left side of this hill. I'm trying to see if anybody gets spotted. Someone gets spotted, I'm going to push over. I see the T-43. Take a shot, 200 damage, back up. You see, I was talking about that sideways side scraping with the front hull because it has the best armor. T-43 up here. Take a shot, lag a little bit, do some damage. Trying to pop back. Take a shot. Somehow bounce off the side. try and do a little bit of sideways side scraping, weird skill. Speaking of which, we're going to actually do some side scraping videos in the future. I track him, I back up. So this is basically how you want to play this tank, is conservatively, because it does have 1,100 hit points, but those can go away super fast. So basically I'm 1v1ing this T-34-85, which is basically the exact same kind of tank, except tier 6. And I think it does less damage as well, but we're going to wait for him to pop out and try and take a shot. I take a stupid shot there, I pop back, pop out, take a shot. Somehow he kills my, not driver, but shooter, I guess. And the Comet basically just goes and kills himself, which is not fun, or the Cromwell. So now T-43 pushes down. I couldn't have taken that shot, so I'm waiting for the T-43 to push down again, take the same spot. I track him, I back up. I'm just playing this hill really well right here. This is exactly how I want to play this tank. That was a bad shot, wow. You want to just play super conservatively. Now he's on super low health. I was going to load APCR, but I realized he's just an idiot, so I pop out. Now I don't know where their team is. I know there's a Black Prince up there, and 2 Black Princes up there, and I see there's 4 people, so I'm like, I think the T-43 is behind there, but I didn't know where he was, so I'm like, okay, there's the T-43. Let's just push behind this rock, and then we'll have advantages on all of them. Because I figured maybe the SU-100M1 or SU-100 was just AFK. This is where I made a mistake. Is where I was stupid enough to pop out here. I should have stayed back, and if you see on my map right now, there's a little red thing to my left. This is where the SU-100M1 takes his shot, and I die. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? And there's the SU-152, sorry. I don't know why I said the M1 again. Get them all the tanks confused. And basically we have a 43 AFK, which is just ridiculous. And so I'm just like, you know what, I'm done with this game. I can't handle this. Let's move on to the next game right now. Right, so here's the second game. We're on Falls Creek, the most broken map in World of Tanks Blitz. If you're wondering why it's broken, it's because if you don't go to cap the base, basically you're going to die, because if the other team goes and caps the base, they will just fast cap and you'll lose, because there's no way of getting from the bridge to the base fast enough unless you're a medium. So I'm like, I'll go cap the base because that's all you want to do on this map. Immediately I see the IS-3 say right, and I'm like, are you serious, mate? And I also noticed Treyarch's on the other team in tier 7, or tier 7, so I'm like, oh 7. So now I'm just like, if they go right, I'm going to be furious, because all I have is this M1 with me, and if they all come to cap like they should have done, spoiler alert, they don't go to cap. Their other team is just like, let's go bridge. So I'm going over to the cap with this SU-100 M1. I'm like, if there's more than 2 people here, basically we're going to lose. Immediately I see their Carnarvon go to the bridge, and I'm like, there's no way that just happened. Because generally speaking, everybody always comes to cap because of how broken this map is. So I see their whole team's over there. Basically, I'm just like, you know what, we're going to fast cap, because that's how it happens. I'm like, what you'll see in a minute here is that I noticed that their whole team's not over there, because this has to all do with the map awareness. We're not really talking about the Rudy anymore. Map awareness is, you have to keep an eye on their entire team. So if you look at the map right now, you see 3 people are spotted, plus the 1 Indian Panzer over here. Now there's 2 people spotted, so I'm trying to count up how many people are over there. So I can see 4 people over there, plus the Indian Panzer, that's 5. Meaning there's 2 people who are not spotted. And I'm like, okay, who could not be spotted maybe? So at this point I'm looking over, I'm counting up the players, I'm like, where could the other 2 be? And then I realize they have Treyarch on their team, and he's not dead yet. And so I'm thinking, Treyarch would not go to bridge. He has to be flanking over here to cap. So I'm like, he must be over here somewhere. He's going to pop up over here. Let me have a look over here. I'm like, wait, let me count again. No, let me have a look. Where could he be? Maybe he's behind us? Where is he? And sure enough, Treyarch pops up right here. I get a shot in first. So that's all part of playing World Tanks Blitz, is you have to be aware of your position. That should have probably hit. I'm hiding behind the M1 because I don't want to take any damage, because he knows that I have the cap points, and somehow he pulls up a shot on me. I'm like, you know what? We're not dealing with this. I'm going in. He's on low HP. I take a shot. He misses his heat. M1 blocks me a little bit. So basically, this 62 could have ruined the game for us, because if we had been relying on the fast cap, how did I hit that shot? We would have lost, because he would have just popped up. I thought he was coming around. He would have just popped up and taken away all our hit points and then ran away. Luckily, we have some people to stop him. They're still all over there, so I'm like, we can still probably pull off the fast cap. They end up killing everybody before I cap, but I didn't really care. I don't really care about getting the damage at this point. I just wanted to win. But yeah, that's how you have to play, not specifically the Rudy, but you have to play all tanks really cautiously and pay attention to where they are. So as you can see with the Rudy here, I'm not playing it like a typical medium where I would go in 1v1. 1v1 all other mediums, because basically it doesn't have enough HP and doesn't have enough really armor to be able to win 1v1s easily. So now I'm just kind of sitting back, watching the team, seeing what's going on. I'm capping. I'm getting a lot of stuff at once, which is really good. IS3 is a bit furious. I'm like, what did I say, IS3? And then he's just like, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, bruh, I said I'll go cap. And then, yeah, so the Trary guy from the other team's a bit furious because basically what he's done is he's gotten on a stupid team that all went bridge. So yeah, sometimes you have to deal with that. Teams recently have been really bad, but that's how you play the Rudy. These games, I've got one more game, or actually two more games that are sick to show you. At this point, I'm just trying to pop over, get a shot the SU-152. I do get a shot off, and then I think someone kills him. And I end up getting to like 91 cap points, which is good. Alright, here is the third game. We're playing on Lost Temple. You got that ding 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 music going on, and we're getting super hyped. What we're going to do in our medium, of course, is go to Temple no matter what side we're on, because when you go to Temple, you can basically play around that central Temple area, and you can generally do pretty well. Especially in this tank and in Russian mediums in general, they have really good turret armor, and so with that turret armor you can really play around the stairways, as you're going to see me do in a minute here, and all that, and you can get a lot of damage. This is probably one of my better games. I really enjoyed playing this game because I just feel like I played the tank right for one of the first times ever. I feel like I played it like it should be played, and yeah, you just watch, you'll see. So what we're doing is we're going right. I feel like one guy might go the other way. Or no, this is the game after the stupid game where nobody followed me. And I ended up having to go with our team, and we lost, long story short. But this is the game where I was like, thank goodness we have a bunch of really good players on our team. So what I'm going to do, what you should do in a medium in general, is be really aggressive to begin with. Unless, of course, you spot some SU-152 or something, with some big derp on the other team sitting right through that alley and is able to shoot you, because they will shoot you. I pull off a shot on the Jagdpanther. I have a Type 62 and a T-34-85 Rudy shooting the other way, so I'm able to actually try and pop around. I don't want to pop around too far because there could be more tanks sitting further back. So at this point, I just pop around a little bit, shoot the Rudy, pop back, because I don't want to just be sitting out here in the open for too long. He gets mistaken. He thinks that somebody else is shooting at him. I get another shot at the Rudy. Rudy starts pushing the other way, so I decide to come around here and try 1v1 the Type 62 a little bit. Luckily, the Type 62 isn't as smart. However, I do get to shoot the Jagdpanther, so I load ECR and finish him. Pop back. Type 62 isn't that great. He's aiming the other way, so I get a shot at him. And I thought that at this point he would aim at me, but he keeps aiming the other way, so I just keep getting free shots at him. And at this point I can just sit here and just completely annihilate him, because he's really not doing very well. I get him onto low HP. I think someone else kills him. Yeah. Alright, so at this point somehow it's tied up, even though I've taken no damage and I've done quite a lot. Tiger 1 out here, he gets one shot into him, I pull off a kill. There's 3 tanks left, so I'm like, you know what, I only see 2, maybe one of them's AFK, I'm gonna go check. And then right as I'm doing this, the third one pops up, so I decide to turn around. I start turning around and going the other way. Our team's not doing too great. The SU-100M1 is on low HP, trying to shoot that spot Panzer. I lag a little bit, go through the building there, if you saw that. So I'm like, okay, how are we going to do this? We're going to go for the spot Panzer. We're going to hopefully take out him without taking much damage. And then we're going to hopefully be able to kill the other tanks. Because now it's a 3v3. It is quite a close game. It's very losable. I stupidly shoot there. I know the spot Panzer is a light tank, so it's going to not have much HP. So I shoot him and I ram him. He's on low HP now. I was going to back up and ram him, but he starts following me, so I decided to kill him. I've only lost at this point, I think, like 300 HP. 290. T-20 sitting here. I kill him. I have 4 kills now. And so you can see how fast the Rudy is just able to flip the game around, because we were tied up and now we're actually going to win. So I get 4 kills, and this is where I get crucial contribution and get the 5 kills, or not crucial contribution, but the Radley Walters. Sorry, and get the 5 kills, and yeah, and this is actually at this point the game breaks, so we're just gonna go to the next one. Alright guys, so I know you're here to watch the review, but real quick, we have a quick shout out to do to RelativeDecay. We've been meaning to do this for a while, but we haven't made any videos. He's a really good friend of mine, and we do a lot of games together. Like, for example, if you're not into WoTeam for a while, you can go check out the videos. We have some videos on Minecraft, we have some videos on Gary's mod, and he puts a lot of effort into his videos and his editing, so we have to do a big shout out for that. They're super funny. And yeah, they've got me in it. We've got Sebastian in some coming up as well. He's got a way more clear schedule than we do. So here's a quick clip of us playing some Minecraft Hunger Games, and yeah, check them out.
No.
Oh, chest.
Oh.
Do you see me?
No.
Yeah. No. God damn it. Let's go back to the pool. We can chill. We can Netflix and chill at the pool. Yeah. Come to the front door. Oh, that's sick. I keep getting sticks. Oh, I can make a diamond.
You keep getting raw beef.
I can make a gold sword.
I can make. Fuck, dude. Oh, someone's in here.
Oh
I
shit.
thought you were hurting me. But like, no reason.
Did you kill them?
No.
Oh. Why are you? God damn it.
I thought you were hitting me. Because you said something about.
Alright.
We're never gonna win this game.
Yeah, so that was a quick clip of Minecraft. Us playing some Minecraft Hunger Games. We like to screw around a lot more on that channel. It's not so much reviews or anything like that for Minecraft. I don't know how you do those, but it's not any of that. It's more screwing around and having fun. And yeah, we're planning on doing maybe some streams with them or something like that. But yeah, check them out. I have a link in the description. But let's go to the stream now. Our next game is going to be, once again, in the T-34-85 Rudy. If you've forgotten what we're doing, we're basically just playing it. This is the sickest game I had in all my games. It just showed how ridiculously clutch this thing can be. At the end of this game, it clutches up, I think, I don't know, a 1v3 or 2v3 or something like that. Basically, or 2v4. Maybe we're gonna lose the game. I'll make sure to pause it, or like we'll just talk about it when we get there. I'll tell you when it's about to clutch it up. But it gets super close. So we're going to go right because we're on canal, because that's what you do on this map with the mediums. I say I'll go right. I'm really hoping our team goes right, because if we don't, I could get overrun by their 3 meds. So I'm just pushing. I'm like, all right, let's go. I had a game before where actually somebody shot me across the map at that point back there, so that was ridiculous. But anyways, we're going to push up here. This is a really good spot to be in at the beginning of the game. It can get worse as the game goes on because you don't know where the other team is. But I pop out here. I'm like, where are they? Panther M10 sitting here. Take a shot. I try back up a little bit. I think someone bounces. Not Panther, but someone else in a second here. I try to track him. That should have tracked him, but it didn't. So now I know the Panther M10's out there. I think the rest of their team is probably up to my left somewhere because I haven't seen anybody pop to my right yet. So I'm like, all right, maybe we can push right. Somehow I hit a bounce from the back. I was a little confused. But I keep pushing. I'm like, I'm going to just go up here and have a look. This is basically how you have to play this tank, is you have to play it conservatively, because once again, it doesn't have that many hit points, but it does have a really good rate of fire, so you can pull off some pretty awesome wins if you play it correctly. So just hide, make sure to only pop out for a second, take a shot and pop back. So as you can see here, I don't want to pop around the corner and have their whole team be there, so I'm just going to pop around a little bit. See if anybody's over here. It doesn't look like I'm making a run for it. This was a risky move, but it does pay off because I do get the upper hand on the other team in a minute here. I'm just going to push behind their team real quick. I'm like, wait for us, because I don't want them to be pushing and then just get annihilated by their team that's gone actually on the wrong side of the map, it turns out to be. So we're just going to push around here, go over the bridge, and yeah, so I stop real quick because I don't want somebody to pop out. You know, I'm just really trying to play conservatively in this tank, because you can get stuck really, really easily in this. So I'm going to try and go behind these buildings. I'm trying to find where they are, because I figured they'd be over here, but we haven't spotted any of them yet. I think at this point somebody gets spotted on the far left-hand side of the map. I think. Yeah, there we go. And it's a Tiger 1. There's a T-29 up here. I'm like, he's on full health, but if he's looking at me, I'm pretty screwed, because he can just like basically track me and shoot me, and I'll be screwed because I won't have any way to get out of it. Tiger 1, I'm waiting for him to pop out. He doesn't pop out quite far enough. I try to take a shot and he backs up. So we're going to push on this T-29 because I haven't seen anybody else get spotted over here. I push a little bit up to the next house. I still see him looking the wrong way, so I'm like, this is my chance. I take a shot, bam, and then I try wiggle to make sure he doesn't, or no, I don't. I try to circle him immediately, and I get the circle. I'm like, yeah, dude. So I take the shot, I bounce this shot, I'm like, okay, I guess that's going to happen. And then I keep circling him, I bounce another shot, I'm like, alright, I guess this is happening. People are bouncing shots all over the place. So now I'm just side hugging him. I get a call from Kim Jong and Seb. I'm like, not right now, can't do it. I'm trying to circle him still, and at this point, I'm like, oh god, there's no way I'm going to circle him here. I try, yep, and he just misses. I thought I gave him the jukes, but apparently he just misses. I keep circling him. This is basically what you gotta do. You gotta pick your battles, and apparently this circle was the right battle. This part's weird because I kill him, and I'm like, alright, let's go. And my tank's just like, nah, let's just sit here. I'm like, can we go, please? That'd be great. And he's like, no, let's just sit here. And I'm like, what are you doing? I want to move. I'm gonna get shot. And I got shot 3 times, I think. This is the 3rd time. Yep, I get 3 times. My health goes down a bunch. That would have penned as well. If I would have been angry if that had penned as well, but you know, what can you do? So the tank stuck me a little bit. Let's just see what's up. So now we look, it's a 4v4. We have a full health tank over there. The T-35-2, I think, is getting wrecked. Is that on our team? Yeah. Is getting wrecked. He's only on 148 HP now. So I'm like, shoot, we need to save this T-48, type, what is it? T-25-2. I don't get a shot into him because of my gun depression. I'm like, god damn it, type Rudy, why your gun depression so bad? So I angle a little bit differently and I get a little bit better gun depression. So yeah, the Comet's sitting over here, the M6, I'm like, okay, let's kill the M6. And then no, I bounce. So I'm like, oh god. So I try killing this time, and I bounce. Now there's a Spapans over here, and I'm like, okay, what can we do? Because Spapans is actually quite a good tank, and it's quite hard to 1v1. So he runs away. I'm like, okay, this time we're killing the M6 for sure. So I load APCR. He's pushing down for some reason. I'm like, what are you doing? I stop, aim, shoot. Now look at this. That was a 3v3 moment right there. There's now a Spapanzer. I take a shot, damage his ammo rack, as you can see. I fix my tracks, and then I ammo rack him for 500 health. Like, bruh. It's now a 2v1. Comet left, and I kill him. So in about the time span of 15 seconds, I managed to kill off 3 different tanks and win the game for us. So yeah, that just shows how clutch this tank can be. I really like this tank. I think it's awesome. Yeah, I think you guys should definitely get it if you can. If not, it's not that big of a deal. Just go for the T-34-85 down the Russian tank line, which is also a pretty sick tank as well. But I've really enjoyed this tank. It pulls in some mad credits as well. You didn't get to see it, but I think I got like 200,000 out of 2 games, and that's pretty good for a tier 7. So yeah, it pulls in mad credits, and yeah, it's a super fun tank to play. So yeah, thanks for watching the review. Make sure to check out RelativeDecay's channel. I'll throw a link into the description. And yeah, stay tuned for more awesome tank videos.